And when she wasn't wondering what duplicity Jason was up to, she was thinking about Keisha's soft skin and dirty laugh, which no longer seemed crude and coarse, but joyful and fascinating. She leaned forward to kiss her, hair falling across both their faces. "You're so good at that. Do you want me to—" "No, I'm okay. Making you happy makes me happy. Anyway, they'll be waiting for us at the club." Keisha rolled her eyes. "I swear to fuck, the only way I get through him touching me is thinking about you." Another thing Marcie liked about Keisha was the way she cursed. It reminded her of her own youth, when life was grittier and her lungs felt raw with every breath just from the power of surviving. "Don't start on that again," she said, sliding back over to the driver's seat. "What are you going to do, leave him? You're kidding yourself. And I keep telling you I'm happy with Jason. Things are good for us. I'm not going back to having nothing and being nothing. You need to understand that." "You're not happy with him," Keisha said. "I can tell. The man's an ass." "Happiness is relative," Marcie said, adjusting her underwear. Sex with a woman in the underground garage on Whitaker Street. It made her want to both laugh and also slap herself around the face for the stupidity. She was in that moment of post-sex clarity, a window of sanity before all her desires resurfaced and lust took over once more. Maybe the sex would wear off and they'd get bored with each other. That would be the best outcome. "We're not like you and William. Jason doesn't revolt me, and maybe I'm not as in love with him as I used to be, but I did love him." "What does that mean?" Keisha looked stung. "You know what that means." Marcie softened, leaning over and kissing her cheek. "I don't think badly of you for it, because I totally get why you did it. But if you marry a man for his money, sweetheart, you will always end up earning it. We could be happy poor." Keisha was like a hopeful puppy. "No, we couldn't. I couldn't. And you want money as much as I do, otherwise you'd have left him by now, post-nup or no post-nup. So forget about it, please. I thought getting married to Billy was everything I wanted, but it's everything everyone else wanted." Keisha's eyes were clouded with hurt and anger. "And he's not who I thought he was." "No one ever is," Marcie said softly. "Now come on, go get in that little red Corvette and let's go tell those dull men of ours all about how decadent this party is going to be." "It is, isn't it?" Keisha smiled then, suddenly all light and life again. She was so childlike. Marcie had seen it again when Julian and Pierre had talked them through the various food options for the night. Keisha had found that boring. Marcie could tell by the way she'd backed off and let Elizabeth, who'd joined them at the start to discuss various food intolerances of some of the guests, take over. Only once Elizabeth had left and they'd started looking at the various red and black satins and velvets to be draped across marble plinths and decorated with gold snakes wound around them, glittering lights sparkling from open-fanged mouths, had Keisha lit up again, clapping her hands together with delight. They hadn't chosen their dresses yet, but Julian had promised to show them a selection that would make the rest of the partygoers simply die with envy. For the first time, Marcie was actually looking forward to one of William's parties. "Now, shoo, I'll go ahead." Keisha leaned over and kissed Marcie, her tongue sliding between her lips. And despite having just come, Marcie tingled all over again. "I'm so smitten with you, Marcie," Keisha said. "I really am." "I think you're crazy," Marcie answered, but smiled. "Put some lipstick on, otherwise William will wonder what you've been doing." Keisha groaned and got out of the car. "God, I wish he'd just die," she said, and not for the first time. "Why can't he just die?" She closed the door, and Marcie watched her saunter across the lot, all firm curves, proud and strong. One day she'd have to tell her that life didn't work like that. Men like William got to go on forever. Real life didn't touch them. And Keisha would be best off making her peace with that. It was funny how life turned in circles, she thought, as she kissed Jason on the cheek, joining him and William in the clubhouse restaurant. Her panties were still wet from Keisha's work, and yet here she was, breezing in all smiles for her husband. Is this how it had been for him when he'd been married to Jackie? This shifting between situations?
Where's Keisha?
William asked. Following behind. Got caught at the lights, I think.